All right, the slice. One of the most frustrating swings in the game. That ball starts out either to the target, maybe even the right of the target, and then it just slices off the map. We're going to talk about how you can get rid of the slice once and for all. What's the science, what's the club head doing, and how we can fix this right away. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I got a great visual for you guys to visualize what's happening when we're hitting that slice. And a lot of times when we hit a really bad slice, the ball starts out at the target and then fades way away from the target. That's what happened in the swing that I just did. As you can see from the flight scope numbers, we'll talk about that here in a minute. But the first thing we need to realize is that the ball is going to start whichever direction the face is pointing. Okay, so if I make contact, whether I'm swinging left, I'm swinging right, wherever that is, if my face is pointing straight at the target, then my golf shot is going to start pretty much straight at the target. And if you look at this one, the face was almost directly at the target. I think it was 0.1 degrees left of the target at impact, according to the flight scope. And that's the reason that the ball started at the target. Now, the ball curved very far away from the target, and that's because the ball will curve away from your path. So on that particular swing, my face was dead square, going right toward the target. My path, though, or the direction that the club head is moving as it's hitting the ball, as you can see from this kind of generic swing plane line, you can see how that's tilted. Instead of being straight, that's tilted over here to the left, and my ball is swinging about a little over 6 degrees right to left across this golf ball. So since my path is going left, my ball is going to curve away from that path. So you can see that my face, even though it's dead toward the target, is pointing to the right of my path. The ball's curving away from the path and getting that big slice. So once we understand this, what we need to do is we need to, number one, fix our path angle so it's a little bit more straight. We can straighten out that ball. And our face angle is going to remain pretty straight. And we'll go over exactly the feelings you need to have to make this change and start straightening out that ball flight. All right, so the first thing we want to check is alignment. So as we set up, one of the most common things I see when people are hitting a slice is that ball starts to curve left to right. And to counterbalance that, they start to line up more and more to the left. So now you can see my feet are lined up well to the left. This stick here is going to my target, the flag that you can see straight ahead. That's our target in this video. And now, as I start to tilt my feet more and more to the left, my path, or the big U-shaped arc that we just saw there, is going farther and farther and farther to the left. So it only makes my slice bigger. The ball continues to curve more and more and more, and it gets more exaggerated the farther left that I line my feet. So that's one of the very first things that we want to do, is go ahead and make sure that our feet are square. Or if you're really battling the slice, I don't mind seeing somebody with their feet a little bit closed. After you get used to hitting a little bit more of a draw, then you can straighten it back up. So that'd be completely fine. But check that first, make sure that your feet are square. Now once we've done that, we have to get a little bit of spine tilt. And this is one of the things that we teach in the Top Speed Golf system in the stable fluid spine. But I want, when I set up, if you can imagine a stick going right down the middle of my stance here, if I take from my sternum to my belt buckle, if that's straight up and down or leaning a little bit to the left, I'm setting myself up in a position where I can easily kind of chop down right to left across this ball. So I'm going to do the same thing from this direction. My spine is tilted toward the target a little bit that way, and my nose is in front of the golf ball, and I'm chopping down over top of it. So go ahead and stand up in your living room and try this out. As you get tilted this way, your nose gets in front of the golf ball, you're going to see it's very easy to visualize hitting on the outside of that ball and swinging right to left across the ball. That's going to get you that big slice. What I want to do is I want to set up, we can imagine this is where the ball is. We'll go ahead and put it a little farther forward for our driver. There's where the ball's set up. I'm going to have my nose, instead of being straight up and down or a little bit to the left, which would be bad, I got to have that tilted back behind the ball. So if I drew a line from my sternum to my belt buckle, I want that to be tilted away, so about 6 to 10 degrees at address. So I'm going to be tilted away slightly. That's setting me up to where I can come from more of an inside path. So again, I'm feeling like my nose is behind the golf ball. I'll set up here. My nose is behind the golf ball. From sternum to belt buckle, I'm coming down to the inside of my leg. So if you watch that, as I set up here, I'm tilted back a little bit, and now I feel like I'm going to be swinging, hitting more of the inside quadrant of the golf ball, and instead of that path, that big hoop that we had here being tilted left, it's going to be tilted a little bit to the right to get some of that draw action on there. So that's the second piece. We got to make sure that our alignment's correct. We got to make sure that our body is tilted correct to get us in the correct position to deliver that club there. And then after that, we're going to make sure that our body doesn't open up too soon. So as we get to the top of the backswing, if my body rips open, so my chest, everything rips open, it's matching that hula hoop to the left, now I'm going to be swinging to the left. I want you to have the visualization that the first move as you start down is you're going to let your club kind of drop in back here, and your chest is going to be a little bit more closed. That's just your first couple of inches in the downswing. Then you can go ahead and open up and swing all the way on through. But that's got to be the first move, is don't let your body rip open as you're starting down. Feel like your body is a little bit more closed as you start down, then you can come on through. You also may feel like your right elbow is below your left elbow. So see how my right elbow is way below my left elbow? That's helping me keep closed with my shoulders and get swinging more out to the right. Now finally here, I want to actually imagine spinning this golf ball. If I can swing a little bit more to the right, and now we imagine that hula hoop or that U shape tilted more this way, I've got to get my club face close to that. That's what's going to get the draw. So just like when our club face was open to the path with the slice, our club face wants to feel close to the path with the draw. So I want to imagine that as I hit this ball, if I can imagine it with my hand, I'm going to be going like this. My club face, instead of being square or open, is going to be a little bit closed, and I'm going to spin this golf ball. If I do that, that ball is going to start going this way. That gets that right to left spin, and that's what gets your draw on the golf ball. So that's the visualization I want to have. So piece number one, I want to make sure that my alignment's straight or even just slightly closed. Number two, I want to make sure that I'm tilted back. Number three, I want to make sure that as I start down, I'm closed, my right elbow is under. That's going to help me to swing to the right. And then number four, I'm going to release that face to imagine spinning that golf ball from right to left. If I put all four pieces of those together, it's going to be that nice draw. Go ahead and do about 100 repetitions focusing on each one of these pieces. Take your time, make some practice swings. You don't have to hit a ball. 100 reps, getting all four of these down. And then once you've done that, you're going to go out, make one practice swing, and then we're going to hit a golf ball. So as we set up to the ball, stance, tilt, shoulders closed, release that club face. There we go, nice little draw. Hit that ball pretty solid. Good luck to you guys. I'll see y'all soon. Hi guys, I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. If you did, I got a fantastic bonus for you. I'm going to talk about the #1 lag mistake that I see. So if you want to build massive amounts of lag in your downswing and release that lag to get tons of speed, I'm going to go over the #1 lag mistake in a preview of a video that's going to pop up. If you want to see that entire video, just click the link that pops up on your screen or the one down below in the description. If you're on a mobile device or a tablet, you'll just click the button that drops down in the description and then click the link from there. If you have any questions at all, post them in the comments. I'll try to answer all those myself. And then click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. That really helps us out, helps us to grow the channel, keep giving you guys more videos. Also remember to subscribe, that way you'll see our latest videos. So good luck to you guys, play well, go out there and rip them. I'll see you in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're going to do is we're going to set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're going to try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm going to talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also going to give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building lag in the golf swing. So what we want to do is throughout the swing, I want to have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not going to set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only going to max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be. I want to use the full length of this club to build lag and then release lag.